13 huge home and away spoilers for next week coming up on Home and Away. The stress of refereeing Felicity and Tane's marriage crisis causes Mac to suffer a suspected heart attack. Elsewhere, John's short temper lands him in trouble, and Bree's meeting with Remy's parents doesn't go quite to plan. Here's a full collection of 13 big moments coming up. 1. Felicity and Mackenzie. Lockhorn's Felicity is still fuming with Mackenzie for giving Tain a place to stay and sees it as a total betrayal. Xander is forced to step in and defuse the situation when tensions flare between the ladies in the middle of Salt. Stressed, Mackenzie heads home to take a breather, but is closely followed by Felicity, who apologizes for her earlier behavior. She also hands over Tane's wedding ring and asks if Mac can return it to him. 2. Tain lashes out. Tain refuses to accept his wedding ring back from Felicity and apologizes to Mac for her getting stuck in the middle of his problems. After blocking Felicity on his phone, Tain then tosses his ring into the garbage and declares to the entire gym that his marriage is finished. Meanwhile, Molly urges Mac to stay out of Tain and Felicity's business, but she can't help but worry. 3. Bree meets Remy's parents. Remi takes Bree to meet his parents, Graham and Nicola, who are celebrating 35 years of marriage. The evening gets off to a promising start, but then conversation turns to Bree's abusive husband, and Remi attempts to shut his girlfriend down. Bree is hurt by Remy's actions and doesn't understand why he's trying to hide the truth about their past. 4. Bree makes a brave move. Remi soon realizes the error of his ways and insists to Bree that he's not ashamed of his parents knowing how they first got together. The next morning at breakfast, Bree opens up to Nicola and Graham about how she made the decision to end Jacob's life in order to save hers. Nicola acknowledges Bree's bravery and tells her she'd like to spend more time getting to know her. 5. Cash wants to get back to work. Cash is feeling down over his suspension, but Rose tries to lift his spirits by pointing out Harper and Irene's cases have had such positive results. She urges her colleague to put in a request to have his review fast-tracked, but Cash is hesitant. After some words of wisdom from Eden, he relents and puts in the request, but will it be successful? 6. Dana takes on a new challenge. Donna decides to give back to the community by signing up to the Bronze Medallion course, which is being run by John Palmer. Ignoring Irene's warnings that John can be short-tempered, Dana arrives eager to get stuck in. Unfortunately, John's not has his morning coffee, and he takes his frustrations out on his students, targeting one in particular called Banjo. 7. Theo has a proposition for Kirby. Kirby's enthusiasm for music reignites as she eagerly seizes the opportunity to collaborate with Theo on creating new songs for Lyric. Despite their romantic history, Kirby and Theo find common ground in their shared passion for music, realizing that they were at their happiest when composing together. Their decision to work together again signals a rekindling of their creative spark, with Kirby offering unwavering support to Theo as he battles self-doubt over his lyrical abilities. This collaborative effort not only strengthens their bond but also showcases their ability to set aside past differences in pursuit of a shared artistic vision. Their creative synergy takes a promising turn when Kirby unexpectedly receives recognition from a record label, earning $8,000 for a song she penned. This validation of her talent inspires Theo to suggest that Kirby use her skills to write a track for Leah and Justin's upcoming wedding. Theo's proposal not only reflects his confidence in Kirby's songwriting abilities, but also hints at a desire to contribute to a meaningful occasion in their friends' lives. As Kirby contemplates this new opportunity, the prospect of crafting a song for the couple's special day opens doors to both artistic fulfillment and personal growth for both her and Theo. 8. Tain sleeps with someone else as the week continues. Tain is still in a dark place over Felicity's baby lie. Melly, Harper, Dana, and Rue all try their best to distract him, but Tain decides the only way to get his wife out of his system is by going on the pull. The next morning, Molly is horrified to discover Tain brought a woman home and fears his friend's way of coping isn't healthy. 9. John is in big trouble. John faces a harsh reality when Alf delivers the unsettling news that Banjo, one of his students, has filed a formal complaint against him. The complaint alleges instances of bullying, disrespect, and microaggressions, painting a damning picture of John's conduct. As the weight of the accusations sinks in, John realizes the serious implications this could have on his reputation and the future of the bronze medallion course he's involved in. The realization dawns on him that his actions have jeopardized not only his own standing, but also the opportunity for others to benefit from the course. Acknowledging the gravity of the situation, John is compelled to swallow his pride and extend a sincere apology to Banjo for his mistreatment. This act of humility marks a significant moment of reflection for John, prompting him to confront the consequences of his behavior and take responsibility for his actions. Despite the discomfort and potential repercussions, John recognizes the necessity of making amends and repairing the damage done, not only for the sake of his reputation, but also for the integrity of the course and the well-being of his students. 10. Marilyn decides to take a break. Marilyn musters the courage to approach Irene, seeking permission for annual leave to visit her son, Jet. However, a miscommunication arises when Irene misconstrues Marilyn's request, believing she is asking for additional shifts instead. This misunderstanding leaves Marilyn feeling flustered and anxious as she desperately tries to clarify her intentions. Fortunately, Alf steps in to mediate the situation, providing clarity to Irene about Marilyn's true desire for a break to see her son. Relieved by Alf's intervention, Marilyn's anxiety dissipates as Irene realizes the confusion and happily approves Marilyn's request for leave. With the misunderstanding cleared up, Marilyn eagerly prepares for her much-needed getaway to visit Jet. The prospect of reuniting with her son brings a sense of excitement and anticipation, offering Marilyn a welcome reprieve from her daily routine and allowing her to reconnect with her loved ones. 11. Lee and Justin set the date. Leah continues to be plagued by disturbing flashbacks of the Vita Nova kidnapping and breaks down on Justin, accepting that she needs help. He listens on compassionately as his fiancée explains that she can't sleep through fear. But finally, Leah manages to drift off in the safety of Justin's arms. The next morning, the couple vow to look to their future and set a date for their wedding Valentine's Day. 12. Mac shares Tane's secret in the dead of night. Felicity appears unannounced at Mac's doorstep, her desperation palpable as she pleads for a chance to speak to Tain. However, Mac, steadfast in her resolve, refuses to yield to Felicity's request, recognizing the potential turmoil that such a confrontation could bring. Despite Felicity's emotional appeal, Mac remains resolute, urging her to leave and deal with her issues at another time. This moment underscores Mac's loyalty to her friend Tain, as well as her unwillingness to be drawn into the tumultuous dynamics of his crumbling marriage. As the night unfolds, Cash becomes aware of his sister's distress and intervenes, hoping that Mac can offer some assistance to Felicity. Yet, any hopes of resolution are dashed when Mac reveals a startling truth. Tain wasn't even present at home during Felicity's visit because he was out engaging in infidelity. The revelation casts a stark light on Tane's actions and underscores the depth of betrayal felt by both Felicity and Mac. Consequences of his brother's actions and the shattered trust among those involved. 13. Mac suffers a shock collapse reeling from the revelation about Tane's one-night stands. Cash confides in Eden about the situation, only for Felicity to overhear their conversation. She storms straight over to Salt and ferociously lays into Mac in front of the shocked diners. But events take a terrifying turn when Mac suddenly clutches her chest in pain and slumps to the ground. Xander and Cash call an ambulance, while Felicity fears she has caused Mac to have a heart attack. Will she pull through? I would like to kindly ask you to consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest content and support our efforts to bring you more engaging and informative material. Thank you for your support.